Hey, what is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Giveaway Show. I'm Carl Collects Comics. I'm excited to be hosting it with you. Quick shout out to our sponsor, Lone Star Heroes Comics and Toys, 3 convenient locations in the greater Houston area. Make sure and check them out. We just got an amazing haul from their big sale this past weekend. They had another big surprise sale. Tons of people came through. You saw us on Instagram hanging out with the owner of the shop, Tad, and me and Paul and Mr. Collector. Great time for everybody. So make sure and check them out if you're in the greater Houston area or traveling down this way. Plenty of other cool sites to see when you're down here, like Space Center Houston, NASA, Galveston, the Pleasure Pier, Kima Boardwalk. Lots of cool stuff all around there. And then Lake Jackson, plenty of stuff there to do. Also, in case you decide to hit it up this summer, make sure that that's one of the places you check out. Again, we're excited to have you. Got some giveaway books set aside here, including our upgrade giveaway that Paul couldn't believe that we're going to be giving that away if somebody chooses it. But man, big topic tonight that we're going to be talking about is the CGC 9.9 and 10.0 Prescreening. Beginning of a controversy. We're not 100% sure if it's going to go through, but we've seen a lot about it, and so looking forward to discussing that with you and hearing your thoughts and sharing our thoughts with you. Thanks for being here. I'm joined by the future Batman and Paul and Billy, of course, so we'll be right back with you after this message. All right. Hey, real quick heads up and shout out to our newest channel member. Dagger Cards is now a member at the Canadian Knucklehead level, which means that he is getting the quarterly care package, and it'll be shipped to him in Canada. That's our special membership tier for those who are in Canada but still want to get the quarterly care package. So shout out to Dagger Cards. Also, big shout out to one of our day ones. El Green Machine has been a member for 6 months now. Also joining him is Liz Barnes, Wolverado, and Brooklyn Born. So big shout out to all those folks that are channel members. You also can be a channel member. There's 4 tiers on there. Like I said, I'm going to be revising those this month and changing them out, only making them better and cleaner and a lot easier for y'all to follow. So make sure if you have any questions about it, don't hesitate to message and ask. If you got it, because I'd love for as many of you to take advantage of it as possible. Let's get here to some comments that we got going on and people in the chat hanging out. There's almost 20 people that are here. Make sure and hit that like button. As Liz Barnes continues to remind us. What's up, Las Cruces? 1971 says, good morning and hooray. He says, woohoo. Here's El Green Machine dropping a couple of Carl's Collects Comics badges that he can do that now as a member. Here's Australian AC popping in. Lizzie Pop says, thumbs up, please, everyone. There's Las Cruces. There's Canadian Survivalists doing a dab real quick. Dagger Cards, excited and ready to go. Liz Barnes giving us the count at 7 likes right then. Let's see, West East Bay, what's up, buddy? Good to see y'all. Hey, there's Christina Payne. She's got another giveaway package heading her way. Farron Johns says, what's up? It's good to see you there, buddy. Liz Barnes, let's see who else. Meatwad number 1, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Hey, Guillaume, another one of our international viewers. Glad to see you. He's building a box of winnings. West East Bay says, hashtag DeHare, miss him. Where he been lately? Hey, I just heard through the grapevine that Mr. Collector's job schedule has changed, so he might be able to join us a little bit more for the second half of season 5. Let's see who else we got hanging out here. There's Dagger Cards showing off his new badge. Joffrey Castro says, hey, everyone, it's Carlos time. That's right. Dagger Cards says, 10 is my favorite number. I feel so special. Liz Barnes, 15 likes. Brooklyn Born, dropping some more Carlos badges. Good evening, folks. All right, hey, it's good to have each and every one of you, but let me bring out these two folks that are hanging out backstage and let them each say hello. First up, here's Future Batman.
Hey, what's up, guys? To my Muslim peeps out there, happy Eid Mubarak. Today's a pretty religious day for the Muslim community. Just wanted to say that. And then also, we have a really great show tonight. So tuned in, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff from the CGC controversy to many other things. So do some of that.
Awesome. Let's take it over to Paul with co-host, co-pilot Billy.
All right, this is what Carlos didn't want y'all to see, guys. Look at that. Carlos didn't want y'all to see this, guys. But you know, me and Tad were best friends. Look at that. That's best friends right there. Carlos is jealous and all that. But yeah, thank y'all for showing up tonight. Me and Billy are here. I don't know. I'll just say this. I don't know what Carlos and Future Batman are going to say tonight, but me and Billy are going to give you all the right information. What we come here to do for you guys is give you all the right information. Right, Billy? Okay, well, don't say that. But, yeah, thank you all for being here tonight. Fair warning, I don't know what they're going to say, but me and Billy are going to give you all the right information, guys. So thank you all for coming in tonight. Thank you to the channel members. Hit the like button for us. Appreciate always the support. Yeah, we're ready to get started. Billy is getting jealous. Don't get jealous.
Hey, we're excited. Liz Barnes is saying that we got 15 likes. Let's see if we can break 25 tonight. Thank y'all all for being here and hanging out with us. I'm glad that you're here. Hey, Mary Jimenez, what's up? Good to see you as well. Glad that you're here. Billy is okay. All right, Billy, blink if you're being held against your will. We'll keep watching. Y'all stay tuned for the all Billy episode. The brainchild of Paul. So that gives you a hint right there. But the all Billy episode will be coming this summer, so keep an eye out for it. All right. So first up, hey, you know what? We need to do an early bird giveaway. Before we do that, though, I do want to give a shout out to.
All right. So up for giveaway is the Future Batman. All right.
The Future. All right. So just real quick, this is not the giveaway. I do want to shout this out though. So I've been I picked up this book maybe a couple months ago. This is Ghost Machine #1. I think you can still find copies of it at an affordable price. I highly recommend getting it because this is the primer for every Ghost Machine imprint title over at Image. That's Jeff John's imprint over there. All three of these characters on the cover have their own book that has come out, and there's plenty more to come. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I think Legion of Comics had recommended it, and so I picked it up, read it, and I was very glad that I did. So shout out to him for doing it, for putting it up there. And I think he had Jeff Johns on for an interview. But yeah, check this book out because there's a lot of really good stuff there. And I wasn't initially a big fan of Geiger. I liked it, but after Junkyard Joe and now seeing what is it called, the Red Coat, man, yeah, there's some really cool stuff in that book. So you ought to consider picking it up. All right, so giveaway books tonight. I've got this first one. This is Edge of Spider-Verse #1, the Spider-Rex variant cover right here. We've got this one. Spider-Rex. And so this is the giveaway. The mystery book is actually not a mystery book. It's a mystery stack. It's a 5-issue, or at least it's the first 5 issues of a miniseries that is somehow tied to the Invincible universe. That's all I'm going to say about it. So you can choose this.
Can I see the 5 books, please?
Or the nice try. You almost got me. All right. And the giveaway book, the upgrade giveaway book you can pick out is the Uncanny X-Men and New Teen Titans special from the 80s when both of these titles were the 2 top-selling titles. They did a crossover as a wraparound cover. I'm putting it at about a 6.5 newsstand.
Walt Simonson, guys.
We've seen some love, and yeah, it's definitely been well read, but hey, it's still a great book to have. It's not.
How many times did you read it?
So that's not my original copy that I had. The original copy I had, the cover fell off. So because it's such a
They're
such
saying
a cool,
is the Zorro's available.
no, it's not. No, sorry. We will have some Zorro giveaway books eventually, but not until then. Also,
You
make
see
sure
his face, guys. You saw his face.
All right, so let me go ahead and drop in the hashtag. In the meantime, I'm going to bring these guys on here.
Oh, man.
And all right, so if you want a chance to win, whoops, let me do that. My fault for trying to get fancy with these hashtags. All right, so this is what you want to enter to win for your chance to win this first giveaway. It's hashtag Purple Label Paul. All right, so you want that's what you want to enter to win for the first giveaway.
Label Paul. That's what you mean.
Edge of Spider-Verse #1 right here, starting in this other 5-book issue series here. So I see people starting to drop it in their hashtag Purple Label Paul.
Hey guys, all right, y'all are out of here. Let me see who's out of here.
As they're,
I can't believe y'all are dropping that.
They're gonna drop. They're all gonna drop it in there. All right.
Purple
So hey, make sure you also hit that like button if you will. All right, let me take a look at it and see. Okay, so here's the deal. For those who weren't aware, I think it was about a month-ish ago, they announced CGC in the midst, like at the tail end of the Reholder Gate, and then some of the different legal proceedings they're taking, because they are suing like former employers for fraud. And then, there are several things going on over at CGC. Towards the tail end of that, they announced a potential pre-screening for 9.9 and 10.0 grades for their books. Now, this is not something that had been available prior to this. You could always do a pre-screen in quantities of 25 books or more. You had to submit at least 25 books, and you had to choose a minimum pre-screen level. That's how a lot of the places where you buy books that are already at 9.8, like from the publisher or the person who created the cover, that's how they get 9.8s. Is they submit a whole bunch of them straight from the publisher in batches of 25 or more for a 9.8 or higher, and that's how you're able to get those through CGC pre-screening. So previously it was only up to a 9.8. They announced the 9.9 and the 10.0, and of course the comic community did what it did best, threw up its arms and started screaming on social media. So we've seen multiple channels have done a great job of covering it. Swaggle House in particular does an excellent job of providing daily coverage of all the biggest comic book community news that are going on. So he's one that I watch, and then there's a couple of others. I think Automatic Comics also has done a good job of following some of these CGC issues all the way through. And they've actually done some good journalism in putting together videos and think pieces about it. So I would recommend check them out as well. We're certainly not the first YouTube channel to cover this, but we did feel like we wanted to get kind of caught up on all the news that's been going on and give our take and our opinion on it. So the big thing that we're talking about and commenting on tonight, and this is to help Paul stay on, kind of focused, is that we're going to talk about do we think it's a good idea to have CGC 9.9 and 10.0 pre-screens available, and how do we think this could affect the graded comic market? So I'm going to open that up, and then of course, if anybody has questions or wants to insert their thoughts as well, drop your comments in the chat. We always like to see those. Great, thanks for sharing, Liz, that we've got 20 likes. And then also Thiago says, all I want to know is details about their verified signature program. Hashtag Death of CBCS. Yeah, that's big news. And you know what? I think we'll probably touch on that as well, because CGC did not announce that they are going to do verified signatures. They went out and bought one of the industry-leading companies in signature verification. They bought the entire company, and they're going to be folding that into their services offered. So that's a big difference than a new offering versus they went out and bought authenticity. Like they bought the process, they bought the staff. I mean, I'm not people, whatever. But I mean, they went out and they got everything in a box that they needed to start doing signature verification right out of the gate. So I think that's going to be a huge game changer in the after, the signature verification market. So let me go ahead and bring the guys back on, and let's start getting their feedback on it. So guys, what Thiago, I see your comment. I'm not. So Thiago says, "What kind of money that is right there?" Right, yeah, exactly. I'm not going to create a program. I'm going to buy the industry leader. That's right. Yep, that's what they went out and did. So yeah, so it's a big deal, and that could be its own episode. But I think we'll touch base on it tonight as well because it's big CGC news. That's huge. So all right, so Future Batman, man, I know you are primed and ready to go on this one.
Oh Lord!
So what do you starting with just the pre-screen?
Oh my God!
What do you think? No, man, I know he's ready. Look at him. Look, he's got the eye of the tiger right now. He's ready to go.
Billy, get ready, Billy.
All right. I mean,
just the pre-screening right now. Just the pre-screening. All right, go.
Ding
okay,
ding.
So my problem with the whole 9.9 and the 10.0, if this was a thing that you're going to offer 30, 40 years later, you should have made that an option when you were already building your company, because the minute you're going to put a 9.9 10 for pre-screening, what you're basically doing is you're now decreasing the value of your 9.8s. Now you're saying that, well, X amount of books now can be 9.9s. So that's like every modern book that comes out now has a potential to be a 9.9. So your 9.9s are potentially your 9.8s. So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, man. I mean, I feel like they're kind of tarnishing and destroying their own names. I don't know. I may not even grade books anymore. If I do, it'll probably just be really old books. I won't care for like these newer books that come out. Not that these new books even have quality writing to begin with. So I already don't collect that. I only buy books to flip them. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to anybody on here. I mean, most people that buy books that go every Wednesday to get your 1 in 50, 1 in 100. Now you're gonna be able to turn that 1 in 100, 1 in 50 into a 9.9, a 10. A giant size X-Men came back a 9.9. Are you kidding me? I mean,
yeah,
this guy
that was suspiciously.
I mean,
time.
Yeah, and what are you saying, that I can like now take my books that I've left in the attic or in the garage or whatever, and I can have them pressed and cleaned and sent out to you, and you can potentially give me a 9.9? What's the difference between a 9.8 and a 9.9 now? I mean, I don't know. It's just really think about what I'm saying, guys. It tarnishes the brand, because now your integrity is at question. I mean, already your integrity was at question when you had a bunch of idiots, popping open, new jewelers, marked jewelers, and putting, the wrong book in there, and that whole Slabgate thing that they did. I mean, that was already an issue, and now this is a newer issue. So it's like, I don't know. The JSA thing, however, it's not a bad idea. I mean, how many people have a standing signature?
We're not on there yet.
Okay, well, that's my.
I don't know what he's talking about, Billy.
That's my opinion so far on the pre-screening. I think it's a terrible idea. I think it's dumb, and I think they shouldn't do it because it's going to hurt them in the long run. That's my opinion.
All right, Paul, what do you think, dude? What do you think?
I don't know what you're talking about, Billy. All right, well, so what do I think? I mean, so they've done they in the beginning when CGC started, they never did the pre-screen 9.8, all that. They started doing that where you can pre-screen 9.8 and down. So to Jen's point, he's got a good point, because 9.8s now are going to be like 9.6s pretty much. Like that's not
practically
pinnacle.
Yeah.
That's not the pinnacle that you're going for. You're going for 9.9, 10s if they could pre-screen for that. But like he was saying, I think the newer books that come out, like freshly out, and then like the cardstock ones and ones that and you can look. They were saying in the grading video, if you have any blemishes on the corners, they automatically knock it down from a 10. It's already done. So any little factory imperfection that you can't do is already you're already eliminated from those, from a 10. Then you go down to 9. Once you have one little blemish, they said that it could stay there, and then 9.8 going down. But I agree with them. I think the newer books, when you put them in, they're going to be pre-screened. I'm not sure on like I had an example right here. So if you have this, will people like break these out, crack these out, and try to get a 9.9 out of this?
Well, that's the thing, though. See, and the other thing is, you have pre-screen now. You've got to submit 25 or more books.
Oh, so they changed it. Some people were saying that they weren't doing like.
They're keeping the 25. Trust me.
Doing that?
Think about it. That's how they're going to make. Like you said, they're double dipping on the people that got a 9.8 and now they want a 9.9 or 10. They're double dipping on that, but then they're also going to be getting the reject money, because you have to send in a whole bunch. Like you have to send them in bundles,
and then get rejected.
Yeah, and so
what I'm saying, like, so what I was trying to say is like, so you get this one that's a 9.8, crack it out, seeing nothing wrong with it. Will it get a 9.9? That's what I've been thinking about when I was told about it. Will people that have 9.8s go for 9.9s and 10?
Well, I'm thinking, so like I think we both know that there's a collector, we're not going to name him, but there's a collector I know of that exclusively collects 9.8s of modern books. What just happened to the person's collection? Like
that's. I
mean,
like Future Batman was saying, a lot of the new books will get that 9.9 probably.
Yeah. But I'm saying somebody who
books are real like firm books that there's no way that this are like.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm
like. Nothing wrong with them.
No, but what I'm saying though is like for all the people who paid a premium for a 9.8 book, right? You know those cases where like a 9.8 was like $1,000, but a 9.6 was only maybe $400 or $500. For the people who paid that like extra $600-700 or more dollars just to get a 9.8 already graded. What like this?
Yeah, but that really falls into how many 9.9s do you have in the census to really like affect the 9.8. If you start having a bunch of accessible 9.9s, why would you go? It's like the example of what's his name, the Batman, the Batwang 9.9s. Somebody was getting 9. Nobody was going after 9.8s because you were getting 9.9s, 10s out of that book. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, you're saying like Batwang.
Yeah. So like the Killing Joke. A lot of people were getting 9.9s, and some people were getting 9.9s on the Lethal Protector. But like I said, I mean, I think it's the census count, how many you have in the 9.9 that's accessible for you. Then the 9.8s are going to start dropping because you're like, well, why am I going to get a 9.8 when it is accessible 9.9?
Correct.
I think it depends on the title and how many in the census and how accessible a 9.9 is.
What I'm saying, real quick, I'm just going to throw it in there. What I'm saying is that the minute 9.9s and 10.0s became more accessible, that like the 9.8 values have already, like, they haven't started falling in the marketplace yet, but the value, the perceived value of 9.8s is now going to go down. Like, it's going to happen. If they move forward with this, it's going to happen. Like, it's not a question. It doesn't have any, like, it's not, yes, the census will have will have some bearing on it, but that huge gap in price immediately jumped and transferred up to the 9.9 and the 10.0. Like, watch that giant size X-Men #1 that just came back in 9.9.
Yeah, but how many 9.9s are out there though? That's what I'm saying.
Well, how many 9.8s were out there? How many 9.8s were out there?
That's a total monster book right there.
Well, here's my thing, guys. I mean what I'm saying. I'm not gonna be collecting comics like the way most people are gonna be. Like, you have these new people that are coming into comics, and if this is becoming a hobby for you, and you start becoming a 9.8 whore or a 9.9 whore, whatever, you're going after these grades, and you don't get the grade that you want, then they're controlling the market, and I don't agree with that. I mean, they were already controlling the market with how many 9.8s they were giving out, but now, what is it that you just gave out too many 9.8s, and now you have to give out a 9.9 to take away the 9.8 power? Yeah, I mean, I don't understand where the logic goes into that. Don't fix what you think is broken, because nothing was broken to begin with. Well, the problem with your company is that you hired a lot of bad eggs that were doing some mischievous things, and you fixed that. And now your credibility is slowly coming back. But with this, no, I can't trust you. I mean, I'm probably not going to, like I said, I'm probably not going to collect modern age comics anymore, or even send them out for grading. If anything, it's going to be mostly Silver Age, and if I can get my hands on Golden Keys and some things that are more rare, because then it wouldn't matter what grade it is, if it's a 9.9 or a 9.8. It'll just be that, hey, this is the first appearance of the Submariner, or the first appearance of the Doctor Doom, or whatever, and I know what it means to me. But everything going forward from 2024, it seems, I'm just going to be like, no, I'm not sending anything in. I'm just not. So you screwed yourself over, CGC. I mean, you just lost someone that was going to eventually send more books in, but now
come on, now you're going to do the signatures. Don't give me that.
I mean, the signatures are a completely different thing, but we're not talking about signatures. Me wanting a specific grade for a book, I won't care anymore about that.
I think I agree with Carlos on, like, if you pre-screen 9.9s, how many rejects are you going to get? Because a lot of people have been getting rejects on 9.8s. But my thing is, like, on certain titles, I think like an ASM 300, from what I've seen years of collecting, a lot of people say 9.8s are really hard to get. So are these guys going to try to get 9.9s now because they're allowing 9.9s? That's my question, Ben.
Or 10
existing titles. Now the newer books, everybody's gonna be gunning for 9.9s. Nobody's gonna be like, well, I don't want a 9.8.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Is the desirability of the 9.8 just dropped drastically.
Yeah, and that's what I just
like. Y'all see this book, guys? There's nothing wrong with this book, man. Look what I got. You know what? 9.9, baby, I'm going.
Hey, no commercials for your next comic book auction there, buddy. All right?
Oh, man, these ain't no comic auction.
Hey, was he able to give you my book?
No, he said that you were going to CollectorCon. That's why I didn't grab it.
Yeah, I was supposed to, but he didn't go.
No, he had your book there because he told me you were coming. So
what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
We were talking about the Transformers
his
book
foil, his foil book.
The 9.8, the 9.8 that's losing value all of a sudden.
Hey, he was just FYI. He was trying
one
to
day you got lucky.
9.8. All right, folks. Hey, we've been putting off the giveaway long enough. Here it is. Hashtag Purple Label Paul.
Who put that in there? Mary?
comment into the be quiet. All right, for those
hold on now.
For those who dropped comments,
El Green, I can't believe you, El Green. Liz and Mary.
That's it. All right. See, isn't that much quieter and nicer? All right. So hey, we're gonna get back to the comments in just a second. Let's go and run this giveaway. Hashtag Purple Label Paul is what you wanted to enter. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. All right. Let's see what we got.
Carlos.
Liz Barnes. All right, Liz Barnes. So here's the deal. What's up, Tate Prime? Good to see you, buddy. Glad that you were hanging out. A purple label just means that restoration has been done. All right, so Liz Barnes, here's your choices. You can get this Edge of Spider-Verse #1 variant featuring Spider Rex. All right. You can also choose the upgrade giveaway, or I have a mystery stack right here. It is 5 issues of a title, and these could go to you as well. All right, so it is this one, the mystery book, which is down here, or the upgrade giveaway. Any of these 3 is yours. You just need to let us know in the comments which one. That's between you and Paul. We'll have to see if he'll give you that the Barbie.
She said the Barbie that you have up there on the 3rd shelf.
I don't have a Barbie up there.
Yeah.
All right.
Barbie.
So let us know, Liz Barnes, which ones.
Or Zorro. Or Zorro.
Hey, there he is. Look, there's Mr. Collector.
Oh, you're out of here, Collector.
All right, so hey, let us know, Liz Barnes, which one. Okay, she's gonna take Spider-Verse. All right, cool. All right, so Liz Barnes, that is yours. I'm gonna go ahead and jot it down. Let's jump back into the discussion with the fellas here. All right, Paul, did you say everything you had to say about the? Wait. Sorry. We need to go to the chat because the chat had multiple thoughts here.
Yeah, we're not worried about that right now. We're worried about what me and Billy have to say.
All right, so people were asking about the verified signature. We're going to get to that in a second. All right, Liz Barnes said, okay, Swear Devil. Hey, that's right, Swear Devil, you're another new member. Shout out to you, buddy. Thank you for being a member of the channel. And for all those considering on the fence, make sure and jump on in. And Dagger Cards, I need to make sure that you got the link to the little form that I need you to fill out for your care package. All right, Swear Devil says money grab. I tend to kind of be there. Yeah. All right, Liz Barnes says there will be a date involved, so we'll just have a new category. They were losing money by not verifying SIGs. It had to change. I agree.
But that's what you have to say.
I don't know what Liz is talking about.
I think that's good business. Meatwad #1, all it would take to fix everything is put a cutoff date on pre-screening for 9.9s at 2020. That right there, yeah, that could be a potential solution. That really could be. Jonathan Dodson. Oh wait, whoops, that was his entry.
Jonathan Dodson, you're out of here.
Never be a 9.9 giant size X-Men. I agree. I think that is a physical impossibility. But I haven't seen the book. I don't own the book, and I didn't spend. I think it was close to $50,000 is what it went for at auction for a 9.9 copy of Giant Size X-Men. Rafael Jimenez says 9.8 just means that the book never got read. That's just sad. I agree. Liz Barnes says cracking it would be a waste of money. A 9.8 prior to the change would be like a 9.9 new scale. You can't fool the collectors. Yeah, I don't think it should be cracked.
I don't know what Liz is talking about.
I still think there's going to be some people that are going to crack books and build a submission to send them back in to try for it. Jonathan Dodson says, I only read comics. I don't buy them for making money. I love that. And
I don't know what Jonathan Dodson talking about.
I mean, when they were good, they're not good anymore.
Jonathan Dodson says there's too much politics in grading. Yeah, there's definitely a political system that the average fan is not aware of when it comes to grading. All right, Rafael Jimenez says only cards should be graded. Action figures and comics should not be. I think there's a case for grading comic books. I think the original invention of grading for them to be able to be sold online with an impartial third party providing the grade, like that's what they originally were. That's why the cases were so easy to pop open, because people wanted to sell comics online, but they didn't want to have this haggling over the grade. So when CGC entered, it was an easy way to have a third party. You pay a few bucks, like it's like $15. You pay $15, have a third party grade it, then you sell it online. So both people are agreeing that, okay, yeah, this is a 9.8 from CGC. All right, that's where it started. But then it kind of just became a whole different thing. All right, AI will be doing primary grading in 2 years. Wow, I hadn't even thought of that.
I don't know what Liz is talking about. There ain't gonna be no AI grabbing the book and grading. Come on, man. Liz.
I don't know. That makes a lot of sense.
That makes no sense.
Meanwhile, number one says they did all this to extend the shelf life of their company, but ironically, it might kill it. That's a really good read. That's a really good read. Is a purple label
best
bad?
Comment? That was generally the best comment. Yes.
It is. No, it just means that work has been done. All right, let's see. Where are we? Okay. I kept saying hashtag Team Paul, and Liz kept saying it is all hashtag Paul's fault.
Wow, she said hashtag Paul's fault, huh? Thank you, Tate.
Okay, we got a little something going on in the corner there. All right.
Wow.
Okay. Paul claims he never knows what I'm talking about. So work has been done on Paul. Well,
there ain't been no work.
I don't know, I'll leave that question. That's a loaded question. All right. So, okay. So that's that. I think there was some good discussion from everybody on pre-screening. All right, let's jump to the other big thing that we've got. Okay, let me show this. So I'm sharing this tab, and you can see this. So this is what we got going on here is CGC shared a reel that showed off the pre-screening. This is from a YouTube video that's on their channel. It showed a pre-screening for a Mighty Morphin's Power Rangers book that came, I think it was like 100 or more copies came direct from the publisher to CGC for grading, and they did the 9.9, 10.0 screening. So you can see him flipping through them, and yeah, he does it.
I'm thinking that's the cardstock cover though that we're talking about.
Yeah, it's a cardstock cover, so it's definitely a different kind of a situation.
A lot of independent companies do way better cover or comic than the big three.
I mean, it's like I said, modern age books. I mean, I'm done, man. There's no point collecting them. I mean, what's the point? No, really, think about it, man. I mean, Carlos said it best. The guy that I gave a double thumbs up to, he said it. I mean, you think you're doing your company justice by maybe extending the life, but you're really just killing it in the long run. Because now I'm just like, all my 9.8s, I'm looking at, I'm like, so you're telling me that has a potential to be a 9.9, I have to pop it open for you to do that? And then you can also go back around and say, oh, by the way, it's still a 9.8. So I popped it open for no reason. Nah, we're not doing that. I'm not going down that route. I'm done with y'all.
Yeah, I definitely think I'd started reconsidering grading a few, about a little over a year ago because it was just too pricey, and I just said, I'm an average collector. I have a very tight, much tighter now budget for comic book purchases. So if every dollar if I've got to get the most out of every dollar, but I still want to collect some autographs before I'm done with collecting, I had to find a better way. And that's why for me, I switched over to collected editions, hardback collected editions. And that's kind of been a cool thing. I'm going to be doing that at Fan Expo Dallas this God willing.
They're saying price. So price is everything.
Yeah. Well, no, but then the other thing is for a hardback book that's mine, going to be a personal collection book, I don't mind if they inscribe it, and a lot of them will. If they inscribe it like with my name, they do it for free.
It'll be free.
Yeah,
So,
they will.
Yeah, so I'm like, so even better. So that's why I'm like, I'm going to be releasing, I think in about 2 weeks, a how to prepare for a convention video. It'll be a Friday night video, several books that you see from my prep for Fan Expo Dallas, they're hardbound. You know, I'm not going to try to get every.
Man, Meatwad is saying a lot of good
Yeah,
stuff.
me.
Let's get to him. Let's get to him real quick. All right, so Tate Prime says, besides original art and sketch covers, I'm done with slabs altogether. Tired of my books becoming entombed. Okay. Meatwad number 1 says, in that video also, they never opened and looked inside a single book to see if anything was missing or damaged in printing. Very true. Very true. Tate Prime says, question, do you think future collectors are going to appreciate slabs, or will the end thing be to crack them? You know, sadly, honestly, I think that apart from original art, sketch covers, and verified signature books, I think that many others will get cracked open, and slabbing we will see a decrease in. Like, I think we've already seen the slab market start to kind of taper out, you know, and yeah, I see more of that in the future, because I think that the people that stick with comic book collecting won't be doing it for speculation, and they won't necessarily be doing it at this level of investing. Like investing in a golden age, like, yeah, if you have an Amazing Fantasy 15 that's like the first appearance of Spider-Man, yeah, clean press and get it graded. That's definitely a good move to do, you know, because
but why you say that if you're saying not to? If you're saying
I'm talking about for like this kind of this whole level of modern books, starting with like maybe bronze, like a lot of Bronze Age books. Like, basically a lot of books today get slabbed that don't need to get slabbed. Like, we watched a clip of, like, I don't even know how many Mighty Morphin Power Ranger books go through this process for slabbing. And I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, there's Mighty Morphin Power Ranger fans, but why would you get that many of that book slabbed? You know, like, major first appearances, yeah, like my Giant Size X-Men number 1, absolutely glad that I got it slabbed, and I will leave it slabbed because I have a reading copy, right? But the little bit higher graded copy, I will keep that in its slab. All my Signature Series books, I will keep their slabs. You know, all the higher graded books, yeah, I'll probably keep them in their slabs. But you know, I think for this kind of mass market slabbing thing, I think that goes away. And yeah, I do think that future collectors will appreciate slabs to a degree, but I do think a lot more are going to get cracked open than we realize, you know. And so that's, yeah. Canadian Survivalist says the only people fighting for CGC have a wall of slabs behind them. That might be true. It might be true. You know, I think we're going to see a lot of changes in the market. You know, because we haven't even talked about, and this is like a whole other thing, we haven't even talked about what happens when they stop producing physical comic books.
Oh, yeah.
But that'll probably be like 50 years from now. We'll all be gone by then.
I don't know about 50 years from now.
I think 100 years from now. I don't think
none of us want to see it, right? Because we still love having these physical copies, but it's coming.
Yeah.
Because there's an X that where the revenue generated by physical comic books is slowly, gradually dropping. The cost of producing physical comic books is rising, and at one point in the future, those two lines are going to meet, and once they meet, it's going to become all about survival. It's not going to matter about nostalgia. It's not going to matter about the fans that love the physical copies.
All the way down.
It is going to come straight up down to survival for these companies and watch, yes, they will start to do away with physical copies. I mean, just think about it. They've been doing it for decades when they cancel titles that aren't selling well, right? It doesn't matter who's following with the story, like, and who loves the title.
Well, I agree with you, Carlos.
Yeah.
I actually want to add on to that.
Yeah.
So Jim Lee came out and he said that something a few years ago, is right when Rebirth DC was coming around. He said that Marvel had to do better because of their sales. And at that time, we were still going through the COVID and everything. So they were really focusing on good writing. But that didn't save them. And I think a lot of stores are going to go out of business. But I think the Heroes Initiative came in, and a lot of these artists, they started helping local shop owners to make sure that they didn't lose out on their businesses. But it's right around the corner. When PlayStation 5, when Sony came out and said, hey, our next console might be our last physical disc console.
Yeah.
When they start talking like that, that means that physical discs, physical items, vinyl, things are not going to be around. I mean, there'll be a market, of course, for people that want them. So they may give them an option to go online, like to buy them. But to go to a store, I mean, they already have robots picking your groceries at the store.
Well, I will say, I will interject real quick and clarify. Local comic shops won't go away, because take a look, like you picked it up. Take a look at vinyl. How many? Like, you can still go find a shop that does nothing but sell records.
Yep.
And then they sell, accessories and ways to play it and all that kind of stuff. And the same for like vintage video game systems. You can still go and find shops that do nothing to sell that. I'm not talking about
based stuff.
Yeah.
So
I think there will still be an aftermarket. I just think that new comic books being printed will cease, and we'll see those stories continue digitally. And there won't be like necessarily a new, like, it'll be a special vintage event, just like today when a new band releases a new record, like an actual vinyl record. Some of the bands do it, but it's more of like a nostalgia and preference, and like it's not the norm, it's the exception. And so I think we'll definitely see those continue, but it'll, it's the industry will make an evolution.
I think the only comics that you're gonna see are probably the ones that they give out at comic conventions. Like here is a limited to 2,000 or limited to 5,000, but you won't actually see because it's back to what Jim Lee was saying. He said that the market is actually struggling, and the future is digi, and they actually are pushing a digi market. If you go on DC.com and even Marvel.com, they give you bundle deals to go online, and if you subscribe to their website, you can read any comic you want. Like, really think about that. Like, if you're able to just go online and just read it and download it and have it forever on your hard drive. Sure, there's a physical market out there, but some people can just look through it through their iPad or, whatever device, computer, PlayStation.
A lot of my trade comic reading, I do it on my iPad. I do have collected editions here that I keep because I love physical as well. But when I'm gonna just casual read, like coffee shop, in bed, whatever, I'm on my iPad. Real quick, I want to throw this out there. We got some more comments to read. Good discussion, guys. So also, in addition to every giveaway book that you get tonight, we're doing for the next month or two. We're doing, courtesy of our sponsor as well, we're doing some dollar bin giveaways. This is codename Strike Force #1. Every winner tonight will get a copy of this as well with their main winning book. And I've got a stack of these types of books back here behind me. I've also got one copy left of this Splitting Image. It was a parody book. And then I've got some other titles. The last time I was there, I picked up several bundles of them. And yeah, I said this will make a cool little add-on giveaway. It's not its own giveaway, but it'll be an add-on. All right, so let's take a look. Okay, so Tape Prime drops in. Yes, I agree. A book on AF-15 or Action 1 needs to be preserved for historical value. Beyond that, I see no value when we have top loaders and home slabbing, if wanted. True. They're already trying to do that in video games. Yep. Liz Barnes, it will only increase the value of what's printed. It always happens eventually. Let's see. Tape Prime, absolutely meatwad. Then they close the e-stores. Yeah. Canadian Survivals, if you don't pay the bills, you won't have access to your books. LOL. Print will never cease. I believe that it'll continue on in some form or fashion, but not in the way that we know it today. Tape Prime says Disney and many other movie/TV companies are readopting physical media due to losing too much through digital only. You know, that's its own episode. Tate, we need to have you on and talk about the whole physical media thing.
Oh yeah,
I think there's so many different options. I think it all comes down to the customer experience and making it a special thing. You know,
I want to elaborate on what he said.
Yeah. Okay. Go.
Okay. So like me and Carlos were talking before the show. Transformers, the new series, has been really good. I've been reading it, happy with it. A lot of people have been talking about the Ultimate, Spider-Man, Black Panther, and X-Men. They're reading that. So when I go to the comic shops on New Comic Book Day, I see a bunch of people picking up physical copies. So I agree with Harm's Way Chad and other people that have said, I don't think it's going to die. Maybe it'll slow down and people will gradually go to digital, but I think the people that want the physical copies, I don't think they're going anywhere.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm
gonna let you read the comments, and I'm gonna add on to that. I mean, I want you guys to just know one. I want you to know one thing. An average comic book today is worth about what, like nothing. Once you buy it, it's kind of like a car. It depreciates unless if it's like a super crazy first appearance character. But the comic itself is like $5.99, $6.99 cardboard. You think that's gonna decrease? It's gonna keep rising. It's gonna be like a $9.99, $10 comic book. Why would I want to buy a shitty comic book for $10 when I can just go read it online at Marvel.com or DC.com, and then if it's that good, go track it down. No, I'm not doing that. $10 for a comic book? Get out of here.
We're already seeing it. We've already seen it. Remember,
I mean, you see that like on one shot.
No. Predator versus Wolverine had an $8.99 cover price. $8.99.
Yeah.
Predator, and that was the regular A cover. Predator.
Look, you guys can say whatever you want, but you know,
Chad made a good point.
That X is coming.
But here's the thing, man.
I'm not saying it's not coming, but I'm saying like from what I see, it ain't anytime soon.
Well, it's probably not going to be anytime soon, but it's going to be within the next decade or so, maybe 15 years.
Absolutely.
Because
that's what I said. The next 100 years, it may
not 100 years, maybe 10, 15,
100 years
max. Because look, when physical content, when they're talking about getting rid of disc, like I'm saying, Sony is talking about it. Xbox says they don't even want to make consoles anymore. When streaming is becoming big, you guys can say whatever you want. But when it comes to the American dollar, nobody is going to want to spend money on stuff that's not quality based. I'm not trying to keep 100 boxes in my house that I want to resell later because I think they're going to own value. Plus, you want them to not print comic books, so the ones that you have increase. So I can get rid of all my shit. Why would I want them to continue making crap comic books? So then the ones that I have are even crappier. I mean, I don't know, man. $10 a comic book, man. You know, I used to be that guy back in the 90s where if I would go into a comic book shop, I would have 30, 40 comics. And that was just for like the 2 weeks, you know? And you know, for the whole, I would end up spending like $500-600 a month, you know, on just modern age comic books. They were $2.99, $3 or whatever. Actually, no, they were $1.99. Eventually, they became $2.99. I mean, the only comic book right now that's $2.99 is Spawn. That's the only comic book that's $2.99. It has not changed since.
Interesting.
Man, I mean, if you look at every other comic book,
yeah, no, and that's cool. That's cool. And let me be really, really clear. I am a fan of physical media.
Same.
I want physical media to continue. Okay, I want it to continue. I enjoy also having digital copies, but I am a fan of physical media. I'm simply stating the reality of what's coming based on economics, based on numbers. I don't want to see physical go away, and I'll support it as long as I can, as long as it's available. I'm still going to collect vintage comic books. I'm just saying for new material, the market is changing because they're trying to get new readers in, and they're trying everything they can, which is why you see a lot more of these preteen, kids, and teen graphic novels that are just a standalone story and like a book about this thick. Like look if you have a local comic shop in your area, because I see this at multiple ones. When you go in, there are stories that are tailored like to the ages of my girls. They're like 9 and 10. There are stories and books, whole books, tailored just to them. Like the girls each got some of them this past Christmas, and then at their birthdays, we always give them books. Like I'm saying, those types of stories featuring major characters didn't exist 10 years ago. They didn't exist. The art style is for a tween. The story and reading comprehension level is for a tween. And in fact, the story itself and how it's packaged and marketed, that stuff didn't exist 10 years ago. But now they're producing it because they understand we have to get those new readers in somehow into these characters. And the individual issues, it's not the only way that they're doing that anymore. And so anyway, so that it's interesting. I love talking about the future stuff, because I think it's good to talk about it and keep up with it, even though my heart is with physical media. Real quick,
like I said, guys, I don't know what these two are talking about, but like I said, when I go in there, I see, and like I said, it's going to be a while, but like Harm's Way Chad said, a lot of people buy the manga stuff, books. They're always here. I mean, they're not going away.
Yeah, I'm not saying the shop.
And there may be people that like the digital stuff, but like I think they try to make a push for it. DC and Marvel, not a lot of people are on board with that because they're like, well, I can have it, but what is it good for me on there?
Well, I mean, it's
I don't know. I think it to each his own. I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about, but if you like digital, cool. If you like the hard copies, that's cool. But
I don't know how to comprehend all that. But look, man, all I'm saying.
What do you mean on comprehend?
You
like
talk about manga.
All right.
Manga.
Hey, hang on. Let's get to the comments real quick. Meatwad said, "Yep, and keep your money. Companies don't want you to own anything." I will say this: the big reason for the push for digital is because of the profit margins. Okay, it doesn't cost them anything to print and ship the physical product. They just have to pay the creators to create it, and then it's infinitely scalable. So that's a big reason why they push for digital. For me as a consumer, in some cases I'm going to have both. And different people will choose. Liz Barnes says it will be like antique stores too. Canadian Survivalist says the paper will evolve. That's a really good. This whole the flexible paper thing that we're seeing, like the next evolution that we'll see after iPads, of just a sheet of paper that you unroll and you read.
Paper that gives you cancer.
What?
It'll be paper that gives you cancer. That's what it'll be.
That's true.
Radioactive paper.
What are you talking about that? What do you mean?
They want you to print it. Hey, here's a quick thing about buying things digitally. I'll say this: you don't own that. You were just granted access to it.
You're granted.
Yeah. So remember that.
You don't pay, and then they cut it off. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They can
cut it off. They can cut it off. And they can change it. Disney's been caught doing that with Criterion Collection movies, where the DVD has stuff that Disney went back and sliced out, little bits and pieces here and there that was objectionable material, or that they felt.
You brought up that. That's a good one too, because I've heard like people complain because they want to see a certain site. So you get a DVD, you can watch it.
Yeah.
But I've heard like people get upset about the streaming services because you got to get this streaming platform to see this movie, or you have to get on this other one, and people are upset about it, getting mad because they have to get all these streaming services and they don't want them all just to watch one movie.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I've heard that all.
Yeah. Harmsway Chad, real quick, shout out to you, buddy. It's good to see you hanging out here in the chat. Tate Prime, he's retired from selling, so I'm available on Wednesdays again. Hey, man, DM me. Shoot me a DM. We'll talk about it. We have Tate coming on for the next episode of Versus, which is, I think, in June, but he can come on sooner, too.
What the hell is that?
Look who's popped in, just to show you some love, Paul.
Watch it, Mississippi. You're out of here.
Hashtag Paul's fault. All right, look at how well NFTs are doing. Case in point. I don't know. How are they doing? Are NFTs still doing? Yeah, they tanked. I thought they tanked.
Yeah, they did.
I remember all those NFT digital comics that people were spending a lot of money on. I know they went down in price last time I checked. I actually have
the only ones that are going good are the Carlos Collects NFTs. Thank you, guys.
See, this is why he gets silenced.
Hey,
he's going to get put backstage in a minute. All right. Tate Prime says a lot of ASM is already at $8.99. Oh, geez, really? Like, is that the cover price?
Well, they have. Remember what I was telling you with different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god.
If you want this cover? It's $8.99.
That's Wesley Spay. Ouch. Harmsway Chad says, "Yo, everyone in chat, check on your NFT buying friends." I still have a few NFTs. I got them at the cover price. I'm curious to see where they're at. No way, Chad. NFT means no fudging things. All right. People still ride horses for enjoyment, and it's a unique experience. Okay. Only in the most specific cases, like a ranch owner, large ranch owner, do they ride horses by need.
There you go, right. Liz. Let him know, Liz.
Not a fan of digital art. No disrespect to anyone that does that, but to me, that's not art to me. Again, no disrespect. Just don't feel like a copy and paste or AI is art. Yeah. I think it's still the art still needs to come from humans. All right, Harmsway Chat, you know what is doing well is manga. That market has been booming. Yes, kids love manga. My son loves it. Very few comic books.
Yeah, but I would like to talk about that manga. So when you're saying,
wait, okay, you're gonna launch. We're past the hour mark, so we still gotta get.
I'm just gonna make this quick. So you mentioned manga. So manga, when you talk about Jump, it has multiple stories in one magazine. The manga that you're talking about that comic book stores have, that's the stuff that's been out months prior. So it's collaborated stories that have been out months ago. That's how they're making their money off manga. When manga comes out, I have to read it digitally on a website and then wait for it to come out physically. So it's already old by the time it comes out. Yeah, you're right. It's not going to die because they make their money on the back issues, which is how comic book stores are surviving. So, I mean, what's your point? If you're going to bring up manga, I mean, I get what you're saying, but...
Well, I think
people want the copies, man. They don't want to...
There's multiple conversations going. I think what he's saying is that the different forms of storytelling are here and we're seeing them. And yeah, because I think that was kind of, it might have been jumping on to, I was talking about the different forms of storytelling with the characters we know. Yeah,
correct.
The manga section at all local comic shops is growing. There's
It's
no
growing.
denying.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
used
what
to
I'm
never
saying
be
is
a
that it's
section,
not new manga.
And then I
it's
showed
stuff
the
that's
future
already been out.
Batman, and me and him were sitting there for hours, counting how many books, and there's a lot. So yeah, it's growing.
Real quick, let's jump in. Okay, so there have been people saying that about any item, including comic prices, since the boyhood of Jackal. I'm not sure what that means.
What?
All right, TV was supposed to end comic books. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that, but I'm not sure. I'll tell you what is hurting reading altogether. The skill of reading is streaming. People want to read less with more streaming.
Well, I mean, like, so I got something on that. Only I know how to write cursive on this panel. Everybody else doesn't know how to do it. It's a dying art. So when everybody says about reading, nobody even write. No, there's no cursive anymore. That's a dying thing. So, like I said, guys, if y'all want to learn how to do cursive, y'all hit me up. Me and Billy, we're the only ones on the panel that can write cursive, guys. So, yep.
All right. Okay. Let's get back to the chat. The chat, because remember, the most important people here are the chat. Thank you to the over 20 people who are hanging out with us right now. Make sure and hit that like button. All right. Okay, let's see. In a more perfect world, one physical copy and one digital to read whenever. Yep. Yeah, true. Manga will never go away when one title sells 66 million copies. Yeah, no,
there you go. That's what I was saying.
I don't think anybody's saying that manga's going anywhere. I think it's.
Yeah, I don't think anyone said that. It just said that.
Yeah, you said that. What do you mean?
No, I said it was old. And they reprint them.
Oh my gosh, guys, come on! There's good stuff in the chat. Control. I read digitally because my eyesight and it does allow for me to collect what I want and not have to buy books every week. Right there with you, Tate. Right there with you. Yeah. Let's see. Harm's Way Chad. What people want are more in-depth stories. Yes. Actually, the kids have spoken. They want stories that give them real life thrill and fantasy, and that is why manga is so large right now. You nailed it, dude. You're nailing it. Harm's Way.
That's what I was saying, man. What do you mean you nailed it? I said it.
Harm's Way, Chad. I prefer anime storylines way more than any other animated comic-based cartoon. Hey, there is some really good anime out there, and my son's over the past year and a half, my son's been introducing me to some of it, and really fantastic stuff that I was like really impressed with. Yeah, I loved it, and he's a young adult now, so. Mr. Collector, you can get any movie at the flea market, no monthly fee needed.
Harm's Way Chad, I wish you were. I wish Harm's Way Chad was on this panel, man. My goodness, bro, I would love to have you on.
I get all mine from the flea markets if needed. Some of them have XXX content added in the bonus. What? I don't know about that. Liz Barnes piping in to advocate for Paul. She says, # don't silence Paul. I don't think we could if we wanted to, Liz. We've tried. Harm's Way, what's your point? You are leaving and you watch them before they hit the shelves. Cool, but it's more popular than ever. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Manga is taking more shelf space than comic space in most shops. I don't know if it's there yet, but it's definitely growing.
It's getting there.
And whether it comes out months after it's new to the people who are buying them, unless they are doing what you do and view them online before they hit the shelves. Yeah, I mean yeah. The bottom line is it's growing. That's not cursive.
So on that, all I want to say on that is
you should have, buddy. Chad, we need to connect on direct message and get you on. Let's see. So Southern Comic Geek is laughing at what Mr. Collector's saying. In my shops, it is, and I was responding. Well, and see, that's the thing is remember, on the West Coast, I believe you're on the West Coast, Harm's Way. Correct me if I'm wrong. On the West Coast, you're going to see early adoption of new pop culture trends. So as it's going on like the West Coast and then New York, you're going to start to see these trends popping up a good 5 to 8 years before the rest of the country. All right. So yeah, I do believe you that manga is overtaking comic books in comic shops. And the thing is, the average local comic shop owner has to follow those trends. So they're going to start to stock more. And as it sells, they're going to stock more. and as it sells, they're going to stock more. And then this mainstream takeover of manga. Just real quick, Paul, let me throw this in. This mainstream takeover, where now you see major streaming services like Netflix bringing in, and then you had Crunchyroll to start, and then you have Netflix buying the rights to stream these shows, also the original animes, and then Netflix buying getting the rights to remake them as live action, which we've started to see a lot of that happening. And for better or for worse, some of it's good, some of it's not so good. But I still don't think it retains the original flavor. But we're seeing that happening. So
it's a little bit more complicated.
No, I did not say that. I didn't say that.
You did not say that, Tate Prime. You lost your mind.
That's not what I said. We're not going to get into the whole.
I'm saying what Harm's Way Chad is saying. I've seen.
No. Now we started it. The left coast is the best coast.
I don't know what that means.
All right. We're not going to get into all that.
A lot of people.
You know what? It is time
it comes out digitally.
Another giveaway. Wait. Okay. Meatwad number 1 says I've been reading manga. That's a whole different kind of literature. All right, I've been reading manga and watching anime for the past 30 years. I must be a trendsetter. Hey, dude, you are, because you're a big part of it. All right, that's what's making it happen. All right, next giveaway that we've got is we're going to do our next giveaway. I'm going to enter it for just a second. Let's see. Immortal Thor #1, this variant edition by George Perez. Excellent read if you haven't picked up the new run of Thor going on right now. This is we're getting a little wild in the comments there. All right. So Immortal Thor right here. I do have a really nice mystery book here, and then as always, you can get the upgrade book here. So be watching the chat. I'm going to let. Because we still have one thing to do. Hashtag Paul is my daddy. Paul's been getting a lot of attention.
Golly, Harm's Chat.
All right.
I'm actually class on this.
Yeah, I know. No, it's going. It's
hilarious, dude.
All right. So we're gonna do this Immortal Thor giveaway with the mystery book. I'm gonna get that set up in just a moment here, folks. I'm gonna turn it over to. Okay, so. Jen, do you want to share real quick about the acquisition of JSA by CGC? Do you want to share a little bit about that? I'm going to bring up here's the graphic that I've got and the notice from CGC. There you go.
Okay, so basically, guys, CGC acquired JSA authentication. So what they'll be able to do now is that if you have any verified, if you need any books to be verified, you'll be able to use CGC for that because they're using GSA services. So the fact that CGC has GSA, it is a game changer because remember, CBCS was the only company that was allowing they were actually the only grading company that was doing that. I think Beckett was doing that also, which is probably why they did their own thing, because Beckett would verify under their Beckett label. But now that CGC has GSA, they'll be able to just go, hey, well, go with GSA. If they verify it, they'll probably. Now, what I want to see is CGC going to have a new label for the GSA? What kind of label will it be? You have purple, you have green, yellow. Will it be orange? Will it be,
I think it's going to be yellow.
I mean, is it? I mean, I don't know. Is it going to be yellow with a darker yellow or a black at the top that says verified?
I don't know. I think they're going to have to follow CBCS and do both of them yellow. I think the market determined remember when CBCS used to use red?
Yes.
And they went away from that?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. So for those real quick who are seeing it popping up in the chat, we do have a hashtag. It was chosen by the people. I'm not stating this, but this is it. Hashtag Paul is my daddy.
Yeah,
got a lot of.
What's wrong with the chat?
So happy. Look,
the only thing I'm going to say about the JSA thing,
child support, Paul,
is we all knew this was coming. Everybody knew that CBCS, that was the only thing that they had on CGC. acquiring JSA. I mean, they verify what the pops, they verify signatures, they verify the prints, they verify everything that shows. So CGC getting these guys, wow. So I'm thinking that the label is going to be like a orange or a bright black color.
So basically, what I said, I got you, Paul. Thanks for.
You didn't even say that. You said yellow.
To the almost 30 people watching, make sure.
Hey, I don't know what's wrong with the chat tonight.
Let me shout them out real quick. Hey, if you're not checking out, hey, check it out. If you're not checking out blank cover battles over on the Sands Collectibles YouTube channel, you need to be doing that. All right, it's one of the most fun shows that you can check out. It's based around art, cool competition. I'm not sure what the publishing schedule is, but make sure and check it out. And he is showing us what the hashtag is that you need to enter to win this variant, this George Perez variant of the Immortal Thor #1.
Hold on now. All I got to say is, when you're going to invite us on the blank cover battles there, Sands, that's all I got to say.
You're going to draw.
You don't want us to come on there, man?
Nobody wants to. We need to. That's right. We need a crossover episode.
Right,
so,
right.
Sands,
Go, Billy. Get him, Billy.
We need to do a crossover episode and have all of us on here, and it'll just be complete chaos. All right, Paul drawing in crayons, drawing Barbie in crayons. Jen, I don't know what the snipping is. I don't know what that means. All right, so we do have a protest hashtag going on as well. Hashtag I refuse, because multiple people will not write.
I don't care, Mr. Collector. How about that?
Hashtag I'm not writing that. Good night. Let's see. Paul got lots of kids. Liz was already typing that.
Coming out of the woodwork.
We got Tate Prime says hashtag nope. Real James Willie, what's up, buddy? He's saying Paul is my daddy. All right. Southern Comic Geek says that's what she said. Tate Prime says double hashtag no, he is not. What's up, Louis V? Man, make sure and drop that hashtag in so you have a chance to win. Tate Prime was the first one to say hashtag I refuse to write that. All right, folks. So let's that's Chad, not Sands. Well, Sands needs to message me, all right, and tell me about it so we can talk about doing a crossover episode or something. All right. So it looks like we got plenty of people here. Make sure you do hashtag Paul is my daddy if you want a chance to win. And thank y'all to all of you who are watching tonight. It means the world to have all of you hanging out here. We're going to go and do this giveaway in just a second. So Jen talked about the JSA acquisition. So like I shared with, what was the, who was the person that asked him? Thiago, yeah. Thiago asked, he wanted to know information about the signature authentication, and like I wanted to make sure and point out, CGC went out and bought one of the industry leaders in signature authentication and verification, and are absorbing them, and they're just going to have a whole division. That company will become their division. So they immediately jumped up to at least on par with CBCS when it comes to, because remember, CBCS signature verification is powered by Beckett, and Beckett is one of the other signature verification giants in the space. So now you got them head to head, and CGC being the clear leader, currently the clear market leader. I'm not saying preference, I'm just saying financially they are doing more. They have a larger market share than CBCS. So now you're seeing with that, somebody said goodbye CBCS. I don't think CBCS dies, but I definitely think that this is going to be a huge influx of people looking to get old signatures verified and graded. So I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Do you think that's a good thing, bad thing? What do y'all think?
I don't think CBCS is going to die because they still have that art label. But once CGC gets their own art label, right, then they're dead. So if you have They're probably not going to die because they're going to be. You need competition. You need the other company to compete with you. I don't think monopolies ever did anybody any good. You want to have there be two different companies. Red, blue, right? Red versus blue. For my Rooster Teeth people out there. You want competition. You want that. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. We'll probably. I don't know if Carlos has another one in the near future, but I guess we can always give you an update. We can always say, hey, this is how well they've been doing with GSA, and this is what's happening with CBCS. And look, they're going toe to toe with each other, or CBCS is getting their ass kicked. So we'll see.
Meatwad's got a really good take. If PGX is still alive, CBCS will survive.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Man, God knows, bless their hearts over at PGX. They're still trucking along. All right. The truth is that they're not going to die regardless because they're backed by Beckett. But the alerts are on since the announcement for And the thing is, here's what I'm really glad about. I'm glad that CBCS finally updated their labels. Their cases were fire, grading was fire, signature verification, and now with those sharp new labels, yes, yeah. Here we go. Okay, so Chad is, PGX. EGS, hey, if y'all haven't checked out EGS, Expert Grading Services, you can find them on Instagram, EGS. I want to give them a shout out. If you haven't checked them out, check them out because they do custom labels in addition to the grading. And they use I'm not sure where their cases are yet and kind of the evolution thing. But yeah, they're an alternative. They're a cool alternative. And then let's not forget our brothers from down under. Halo is the Australian grading service. So they do grading in Australia, but they're an island, so they don't really get to. We don't
so far away.
Well, they're controlling only the island, that market. They're not really controlling.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's for them. All right, folks. Let's do the
tape. By the way, they use Scotch tape. For
Stop it. No, they don't. Really? Don't say that kind of stuff. Now you sound like Paul. That's the kind of thing Paul would say. Like to troll people. Like, and somebody's going to go
came up with this hashtag right
here. EGS uses Scotch tape. It's not true.
No, I'm just
I like the labels. I like the EGS labels. Some of them look actually really sharp because they color coordinate it with the book cover. Which you can't scale that, but it's cool. I just think it's a cool thing. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and bring on. All right, so we got 23 entries. Make sure hashtag Paul is my daddy. That's what you want to enter to win. Yeah, good luck to everybody in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right, let's see.
Good luck, Carlos.
Wins the book.
Carlos.
Don't stop it. All right. Blank cover battles.
Oh, hell no.
All right, blank cover battles is the winner.
Wow.
All right, blank cover battles. Whether it's Chad or Sans, whoever it is, you need to drop in and let me know. Do you want the Immortal Thor George Perez variant? Or do you want this mystery book? Or do you want the upgrade giveaway book? Which one? Let me know. Let me know which one you want. And we'll get that sent out to you.
All right, you got 5 seconds.
All right, Chad. So, Chad, I'm going to let this one fly because you're the co-host on that. Okay, he says mystery book. All right, so he's turning down the Immortal Thor. He's turning down X-Men and New Teen Titans. What is the book that he won? I'm putting this at about a 4-5 copy of Werewolf by Night, number 11. Nice random Bronze Age horror book right here. All right, so congratulations, Chad. Thank you for being here tonight, and we will be talking to you guys about doing something. We need to do a crossover, so because that'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of fun. We can do everybody can do their shtick. All right, yeah, I mean, sure, why not? All right, let's see. So Harm's Way. All right. And Harm's Way, also courtesy of our sponsor, all these books are courtesy of the show sponsor. This came straight out of the back issue bin at Lone Star. Codename Strike Force #1. You're getting a copy of that as well. So that's going to go in your bundle. And I'll get that sent out to you. All right. So let's get back over to the fellows. Jen, why do you keep leaving, man? All right. Good deal. Good deal. I'm glad you are. It's a fun book. Werewolf. You can't go wrong with Werewolf by Night and Tomb of Dracula. Fun books and excellent little runs to consider building. Hey, if in case you missed it at the beginning of the show, make sure that you tune in this Friday. I'm going to be back to dropping Friday night videos. I've got quite a few in the hopper that I'm lining up, and yeah, I'm excited about that. And if you're not a channel member, if you're not supporting the channel in that direct way, please consider doing so, because it's a huge help and it's a fun way that you can get some cool, some cool stuff, but also help support a channel that is growing and that I am going to be putting a lot more into in the coming months and years. So thank y'all for being here tonight. Let me flash over to these guys and let them give some final thoughts and shout outs, as well as their take on the JSA authentication. Paul, you're up, buddy.
All right, well, thank you all for being here tonight. I don't know, the chat must have been wilding out tonight on this hashtag, but yeah, I just want to thank you all for always coming and supporting, hitting the like button. And like I said, if y'all not a channel member, let the ads play out for us. We appreciate that too. And what the hell? Somebody fell. Anyway,
Future Batman just got taken out by the same sniper that took out Mr. Collector.
Uh-oh. Good shot, buddy. No. But yeah, so I don't know what Carlos and Future Batman were talking tonight, but me and Billy were trying to give y'all the right information. So anyway, like I said, we're always here for you guys. If you don't see us on here, then you know, I don't know what information. We'll come back and give y'all the right information. But thank y'all. Me and Billy are always here for you guys. It's a lot of work, but we're always here. Thank y'all. And like I said, on the JSA thing, I think CGC did the right thing. Eventually, they were probably getting hounded on these signature verifications. So like Future Batman said, a lot of people are going to be submitting signatures to get slabbed. Now, I think the color is going to be either a lighter black color or a orange color. So that's what I think. Right, Billy? No, Billy doesn't think that. But thank y'all as always. Appreciate y'all coming and supporting us. And yeah, don't leave unless y'all hit the thumbs up for us. And thank y'all.
Awesome. All right.
That was a lot of work, Billy, man.
Yeah. So I have two things to say about what Paul was trying to say earlier.
Oh no.
The first thing is Billy is a Sith, so he's actually my apprentice. He's my apprentice.
What?
Paul doesn't know that, but
jealousy would get you more.
Paul, make sure he does his job for the show. The second thing is, I do agree with what Paul is saying. I think the GSA, the acquiring of JSA from CGC is going to be a big game changer. So I think we'll try to keep a close eye on that going forward. And who knows, we'll probably have an updated thing on that. Maybe we'll talk more about it later on down the road, because I'm sure there's going to be more controversy, especially with how the 9.9 and the 10s are being pre-looked at or whatever. But aside from that, hey guys, thanks for showing up tonight, and just having a great show with us. I really enjoyed the comments, and I love how everybody was engaging. And it got so heated that I had to take my hat off and show off my beautiful hair. So aside from that,
Carlos said you got hit by the hitman.
I did. I got hit by something. I almost fell, and I was like, oh,
yeah, I heard like metal.
Somebody's going to hit on me. It's probably Mr. Collector, because he's like, there's only one person that's supposed to have great hair. It's me, aside from that, I'll see you guys next Wednesday on Carlos Collects, the greatest Wednesday show ever. Right? Come on, where's that thumbs up? There you go. Oh,
you're gonna upset somebody. All right, cool. All right, hey, so thanks again to everybody who is hanging out here tonight. We're glad that you enjoyed the show. This was a fun show. It always is, and like I've said before, this is one of my highlights of the week. I love getting to hang out with the comic community and talk to everybody that shows up. But he's trying to make me jealous, but mine is signed by Larry Hama. So we're excited that y'all were here. Make sure and check them out. We're going to be making another channel announcement because we do have our second sponsor. The deal has been locked in, but we just haven't made it public yet. But our first day one sponsor, Lone Star Heroes Comics and Toys, 3 convenient locations in the greater Houston area. If you live here, make sure and check them out. And if you're not following them on Instagram, make sure to do so. You will be seeing more content filmed in their stores in the coming future. We're really looking forward to doing some of that. We got some cool stuff coming. We actually have a video shoot scheduled in a week and a half, I think, to be out there filming some new content. So make sure that you're checking them out online. Also, make sure that you, like I said, consider the channel member, the different tiers. We just had a couple new members within the past week that have joined. So shout out to them, Swear Devil, and to Dagger Cards tonight, jumping on as the Canadian Knucklehead at the Canadian Knucklehead level, which means he'll be getting a quarterly care package. So he's going to get a divider in the box, and then we've got another one going out to our second one. So it really is a great value if you like the idea of mystery boxes. This takes it to a whole different level. There is no other mystery box that is customized and tailored just for you from somebody in a major market who is acting as your personal shopper when I'm out. And I really do look and keep those lists available with me while I'm out. So thanks again for joining tonight, and we look forward to hanging out with you again next week. Remember, like I said, keep an eye out on this Friday evening for our next video, and we will see you next time. Wave bye, Paul. All right, we'll see y'all.